Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading a new Jeff the Killer love story. It is called Killer's Romance. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. It was raining outside, and the school was over. I just graduated from high school yesterday, and my parents were away on a business trip. And my best friend was out of town for a week. It was going to be a long week. The first day of summer vacation until I go to college, and already was bored out of my mind. My parents weren't going to be back until next month, so I decided to turn on the TV to see what's on. I flipped through the channels until I came up the news report. There was a female reporter standing in front of a house. There was cops all over the place. Killer strikes again, taking 3 more innocent lives, she says. I sat there at the end of my seat. The house she was standing for looked familiar. Mr. and Mrs. Miller and their 18-year-old daughter, Winty, were found dead, with multiple stab wounds. The police say the serial killer is extremely dangerous. He picks his victims at random. If you have any information of the killer's identity, please call the local police. I turned off the TV, and I knew the people that were killed. Me and Winnie went to school together, or went to the same school with each other. I felt bad for them, even though Whitney was a bitch to me for almost all 4 years of high school. I didn't hate her, but I didn't want her to die. That's the thing that scares me the most, that she was the only lived 2 blocks away from me. The killer could be on my block. Time skip. I decided to just clean the house, so I started to stay and clean for at least a month, or until my parents got back. I decided to go upstairs to my room and put on some pajama pants and a t-shirt, and I read for a little bit while I heard a scream. I came across the street. I looked out my window and I didn't see anything. It was raining. It was going to be dark out. What should I do? Should I call the police? Is the killer in my area? I went back to bed and pulled the covers over my head, trying to ignore what just happened. I lay there until I blacked out. I could hear the rain pouring. I decided to just try to sleep. Suddenly, I heard my window open. It sounded like someone was stepping inside. I took off the covers and looked towards my window. It was open, and I saw footprints leading from the window into the corner of my room. I became scared out of my mind. Someone was in my room. Go to sleep, said a deep and wicked voice. I followed the footsteps. Standing not far from me was a boy, and he was the same age as me, but he was pale as a ghost. His jet black hair, his eyes were wider than normal, and he had this chilling smile on his face. He was wearing a white hoodie. I had blood stains and black pants and shoes, and there was the knife in his hand. My heart skipped a beat as he ran towards me and pinned me on my bed. His knife was on my neck. I closed my eyes, waiting for him to kill me. Jeff's point of view. A woman looked at me, and to be in her mind, mid-20s, screamed. I swung my knife and slit her throat. I turned and jumped out the window to leave. It was raining even harder. I came across the street to the house next door. My next victim for the day. The window was to right over of the roof. I assumed it was the den, so I climbed to the roof and opened the window. I go inside. I walked away from the window and the stairs, and there was a figure in the bed. Someone rose from the covers. It was a beautiful girl with long brown hair and blue eyes staring at the window. My heart started pounding. What was wrong with me? Why am I scared? Go to sleep is all I said as she looked at me, but she did not scream. She looked intrigued. I ran at her and pinned her to the bed, my knife at her throat. I was ready to kill her, but I couldn't. I tried to slit her throat, but something inside me was stopping me. What the hell is wrong with me? She's just another girl, so why can't I kill her? I pulled my knife away and got off her. She looked at me, but didn't seem to be scared. There wasn't any fear in her eyes. Anna's point of view. The boy got off me. He looked so confused. I was still a little scared, but not as much. Are you the killer? I asked. He nodded. Then why won't you kill me? I was shocked at that moment as what I just said. I don't know, he said. I can't kill you. He seemed angry with himself, the knife still in his hands. What's your name? He asked. Anna, I said. And you? Jeff. Jeff the killer. It has a nice ring to it. He blushed and looked at the window. Are you gonna call the cops? He asked. I shook my head. He wasn't going to kill me, so I didn't have a reason to. He walked over to the window. I have to go, he said. Okay. Will I ever see you again? What the hell is wrong with me for saying that? Maybe. Bye, Anna. With that, he was gone. I ran towards the window and looked out. I saw him running back down the block. I closed my window and went back to bed. Jeff the killer. Wait, was I flirting with him? What was wrong with me? Jeff's point of view. I ran to the woods and stopped. What the hell is going on? I asked myself. Why couldn't I kill her? What makes her so special? It's like I'm falling for her or something. I stopped to think for a moment. I'm not falling for her. Am I?